What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another vlog. So this vlog is going to be one of the lengthiest ones I've done and that I may ever do on my channel. Let me see, I'm trying to adjust this. All right, but regardless of that, don't get distracted by the length or how lengthy the video is. Just get the message. All right, let me see, is that loud? I got this air conditioner behind me. I'm trying to be secluded, you know what I mean? Without the background noises of everyone's chitter chatter and politicking left and right. So hold up. Let me see, it seems all right. I really don't want you all to lose the message with this little noise. But I think we should be all right. I think we should be okay. And at the same time, I am in a praying room where people come in here and kind of like pray and stuff like that. But I'm in the very back, so I'm trying to just make sure that everything is great. Today's topic is going to be that which doesn't kill you should only make you stronger. Inherently, it should only make you stronger and not become a bitter person, but it can do the latter if you, in fact, allow it to do so. In 2008, I was shot as an innocent bystander. I am now 30 years of age, so that was about 14 or 15 years ago in the year 2008. I had just got on my grandmother's, rest in peace, graces, to start going out to parties and, you know, to kind of like adventure in that area, if you will. And she allowed me to do so. Lo and behold, I was going to get shot in the face and have to have reconstructive jaw surgery upon doing so. Now, I was at my friend Nando's house party. We're not gang members, mind you. We're, you know, young, like we're just, you know, drinking sodas and everything like that. So it's not like we're gang banging or whatever, even though that was around us a lot. Coming up in the Dallas Metroplex area, which I'm from the Grove, which we call Pleasant, well, which is called Pleasant Grove, but we call it Grove Side. So yeah, you have a lot of gang activity there, but we were not involved in any of that. He had his grandmother, his whole family there. So it was really and strictly a birthday party that just so happens to have gotten shot up out of nowhere. Like, we were enjoying the night. I myself was partying, you know, like just dancing to the music or what have you. And again, this was when I was 16, 2008, but this was towards like the summertime. So if I remember correctly, it was around June-ish, like first week or second week into June. And so when the noise started going off around us, like popping sounds, I'm like, man, it's not even 4th of July yet. I don't know what this noise could be. And I'm like, okay, you know, ignore it. And everyone else did as well. So the noise came back. And at this time, we're like, okay, like those are definitely gunshots and we should try to get out of here. So I went to run towards the door, and lo and behold, a bullet, which I now know what it was, that hit me, 22, came ricocheting off of a car, hit the ground, the cement or what have you, and then came up and hit me in the chin. So I'm gonna do my best to show you all this on camera while explaining the story to you. And, you know, I had to have reconstructive jaw surgery. So all of this right here, you see, are from the surgery, but like the bullet wound was like this small. And I'm gonna actually put a picture like somewhere right here so you can see before and after to this present moment. But yes, so they had to take part of my fibula from my bone, which we have two of them in our legs. One we need for support, the main one, and the one in the back we really don't, but you know, if God put it there, then we need it. So they carved into it, took a piece out and put it right here. And then they put this metal brace, which I'm also gonna show the picture again, in my face to hold everything up and allow it to heal properly. So that put me down when I was barely coming out of my sophomore year of high school, and I had to do homeschool, and even that process alone was difficult because of the excruciating pain in my right leg from post-surgery and having to levitate my foot to where the blood will flow and I wouldn't receive any blood clots and all of that stuff. because it was that horrific of a incident. So they had to take drastic measures. I actually did have a trachea, if you can see beyond my tats right here, because I am going to cover everything, not out of insecurity, bro, anything like that. I love tats and I want a neck piece. But right here, I had to have a tracheotomy, which they put in there like a little tube. And then also right here, another tube to make sure that there wasn't any blood or any infections with the bullets, like lead or what have you, getting into my bloodstream or into my lungs. And they put it there during the surgery, and I had it there a little after the surgery. So that's why I have a scar as well. But yes, it was like a hell of a time at that moment, and one hell of an experience for me to undergo, especially when I was just minding my business and I just so happened to be at the right place at the wrong time, or in the wrong place at the right time. However, y'all understand that that's what happened. So I dealt with mental, and now that I know what I was dealing with in this present moment, emotional and physical stress, because one, I never expected something like this to happen to myself, especially given the person that I was and the activities I was involved in. And like I told you all before, it was never gang related. Like I had my upbringing where, we had our little cliques and, there was blood, this, crip that, whatever the fact may be, but this was none of that. We were just literally at a friend's birthday party. Like he was turning 16 as well, I guess. Don't really remember, but like he was just having a birthday party, and we just got caught up in whoever decided to come by and do a drive-by shooting where we were. And again, like that was one of the experiences that I just did not understand. I couldn't fathom it. But as I was saying before, I experienced emotional, physical, and mental distress behind it. And I did have post-traumatic stress disorder, like where if I would hear a popping sound, I would get like hesitant and be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like I gotta move around. I don't wanna be here too much longer, and I'll dip. Like it could be a family function or me just merely being at a bar with friends. Now that I'm of age, go out every now and then with them and stuff like that, I'll just leave. I'm like, all right, I'll see y'all later. But I had to overcome that through counseling, through mentorship and all of that, to understand that just because I experienced that then doesn't mean that that's my present experience. And we tend to do that. We tend to gravitate and or fall back on what we've already experienced to dictate how we experience the present moment. Now, I could have allowed all of that to make me become a bitter person, meaning, yes, I wasn't used to people touching my face, yet alone having such an experience disfigure my chin a little bit, to some degree, and allow for me to go into this depressive state. But I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to overlook the things I've experienced and allow it to maybe become better and stronger. Because before, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you all, because that's how I want to always be with you. I was always confident. There was nothing that I was insecure about, like as far as my facial features, or just me being able to talk to this person, or just being outgoing in general. Like I've always been that, or been that way, and there has never been an issue with that. And so my point is, even when I got shot, I was like, you know what? I'm still confident. I'm still going to embrace myself and embody my experience, but allow for it to make me become a better person and to show how much stronger I am. Like it's literally one of those things that I'm like, man, I don't know of anyone else, which I would never wish this upon my worst enemy, who could go through something like this and still smile. Like the simplest of things, just to still have a smile, face this world with a smile on my face, and say that, you know what, it doesn't matter if I'm not every girl's type, or if people look at me a certain way or what have you. They do not know what it's like to be in my shoes and or experience the gruesome and yet horrific things I've experienced as a teenager growing up, especially with the tragedy of me getting shot in my face, and being able to live to tell my story, to see the other side of all of these things. So I just say, like, yeah, I could have allowed for that to make me depressed and to, make me look at myself as, oh, I'm not worthy, or oh, because this girl doesn't like how I look, or this person doesn't want to be with someone who has scarring or whatever. So I'm gonna let that make me not like my own self. It's like, no, forget what they don't like. They don't understand what I've experienced. What they think about me does not matter and can't matter more than what I think about myself. I think highly, I think courageously about myself, and I know that I, again, are a strong person because I was able to go through this and still give myself to the world, still be positive and remain an inspiration to those that may have experienced similar things or just have experienced tragedy in their life, and let them know, hey, if you've lived to see the next day and you've made it past that circumstance, then you are stronger than you think. And realize at the time being, because I know it's hard to think that way when you're going through it, but you gotta understand at the end of the day, you made it through that horrific experience and you live to tell the story, or at least you should tell the story, because you don't know who you can help, you don't know whose heart you will touch just by merely sharing how you overcame what you've experienced. And so that's why I say and I stress, don't allow for another person's perspective or outlook on what their ideal facial aesthetic should be to make you think less of yourself. No, forget all of that. It doesn't even matter what they think at all. I'm telling you, you look yourself in the mirror every day, like I do myself, and tell yourself, I am that fucking guy. Let me beat that out. But I am that guy, and I will forever be that guy, and I always have been that guy, even before this thing, like this tragedy happened to me. And I am grateful beyond belief for the fact that I was able to make it through and live to see another day, and to be in a moment of life where I can share it in a broad sense through YouTube. So I just wanted to take this moment to uplift whoever's feeling down about themselves or are experiencing similar setbacks and just insecurities or what have you, to just let you know it's going to be all right. Like, you made it through, and if that doesn't give you enough motivation in and of itself, then you got to really dig deeper and go inner. Don't look for anyone else's validation, especially in a female, or especially in someone who has no idea what it took for you to make it through the very thing you experienced and that brought you to your knees. But as long as you were able to remain standing and not fall, you are a strong person. You really are. So, oh man, I'm not gonna drop, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna drop some man tears. I'm just not gonna do it. But yeah, so a lot of people were thinking I got into a car wreck or all of that, which rightfully so, it may have looked like that because of the disfiguration, the slight disfiguration on my face or what have you. But no, I was shot as an innocent bystander at my friend Nando's house party. And I am beyond grateful. I don't know you all's beliefs out there, nor am I trying to force religion down your throat, because I too are not a religious person, but I believe in a deity or entity that's greater than ourselves. So I give thanks to that higher being, whichever you, or however you want to call it, or whatever you want to call it, is up to you. But I'm not telling you to believe in what I believe in, but I just really give thanks and praises to the Most High and to the universe for allowing me to become a stronger person through all of that, because I didn't have to make it through that and be here to give and share my story, give myself to the people that are around me, the positivity that I have and the energy that I have. I didn't have to be here today and be in a position of being able to share it. Like, I mean, we just take a lot of things for granted. And again, I just want to encourage you all to, allow for situations like this to make you become stronger and not bitter, not turn sour, not say, oh, the world this and the world hates me or the world's out to get me. No, man, we all experience hardships and struggles. It's just what you are going to do with that struggle, and are you going to allow it to make you become a stronger person or bitter and miss out on who you could have impacted in a positive way, or you're going to allow for it to make you impact other people's lives in a negative way. And so again, I just encourage you all to do the latter, or not the latter, but the the first thing, which is become stronger. Allow for it to strengthen you as a person, and just reach other people, man. Share it with other people, because you never know what words of encouragement you have with your personal struggle that could uplift that person, prevent them from killing themselves, or whatever the fact may be. You just never know. So I thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedule and hearing this story of mine. Like I said, I'm not here for pity parties. I'm not here for none of that, bro. You don't understand. I have so much gratitude for the very fact that I am still here, that's all I need in return. And if y'all feel compelled to do something because I'm sharing this with you, the only thing I ask is for you to take your situation and share your story. Take your situation and allow for it to make you a better person, but also share it with people that you can have a positive impact in the lives of those persons. All right, so you all have a great day, and I will see you on the other side, the dark side of the moon. And remember, it only takes one spark to ignite your dreams and for everything you believe in to truly manifest itself. I'm out.